Hi, in this video we'll see how to upload multiple files from our gallery and showing them in a swiper. First, we need to have these elements in our screen. This is a swiper, and you can add it from here. And then we have a container to upload our first images. We have another container to upload more images. And then we have a save button. Now I'll show you how to create these functions. First, we're going to put an press event on this text. Now I'm gonna put this toggle page loading. This is because all this process can take a little bit, so it just gives you a better experience. Now we can select in Phone Appis the Show File Browser. We have to activate this switch, select of Media Gallery, and select multiple files. The type file we are gonna choose is just images. And from the file retrieved, we are gonna put a for each cycle. The collection we are gonna take is from the Show File Browser. It can be multiple images. The mode it's gonna be sync. So in every iteration, we are gonna do some things. The first one is resize the image that we obtained. You can find it on Phone Appis, and then there we have resize image. For the height, I'm gonna put 512, and for the width, I'm gonna put 512 as well. The path, it's gonna be the for each function with the attribute item, because the item is from the show file browser and it's basically a URL. On Resizer, I'm gonna put a upload file because we want this file to be on our server. And here it's important to indicate the attribute, which is the URI of the resize image. Once the file is uploaded, we need to save this in our local database. You can find it in these functions, save local storage data. I have a collection already that is called images. So we need an identifier. I'm going to put some of example like example ID. And then I'm going to save it on this collection. And in this field that is called URL, I'm going to indicate the upload file. So now it's just saved in our local storage data. Next, when the data is saved, we are gonna call a compute callback. This basically indicates that the whole process has been completed. So if we have like 4 images, this process will run 4 times, which is basically 4 iterations. So when the whole process is done, we are gonna do some changes to our containers. First, we want to show the swiper that we see in this screen. So I'm gonna send a Boolean false to the element that we can search in these controls. It's called swiper. And we don't see the property that we want, so I have to write it down here. You need to write it exactly like this. I can put this name just for having more order. Show swiper, for example. And then I'm gonna need to hide this container because we don't want to upload these images again. We want to upload maybe more images. Hide upload images. So I need to send a true for the container that is called upload images. And this container, we see that this property is in here, is hidden. We send false for the container upload more images with the same property is hidden. So once we have these three modified controls, we can start showing the content of the images. So we do it with local storage data. We are getting the local storage data, reading the images files, and it's important to indicate the ID of this collection. We remember it's example ID. So I click on this collection, and now we are reading all this data. In the callback of success retrieving data, we are going to add this generate swiper content. You can find it in the section of the controls. The data that is going to take is from this get local storage data. And now we have to show this swiper. We can go to these controls. It's like a tree view. And in this container, we are going to see the swiper that is hidden. So we are going to deactivate this switch so we can indicate where we want to generate this swiper. We need to click on this border, this yellow border, exactly when it's just the swiper. Because in the swiper, we also have inside a container. So in this container, we need to select the property of the background image. In this background image, we need to say that we want the URL to be displayed on this property. So this context is direct from our local storage data. Now, in the list item functions, we can also delete this image if we want. So we add an event. This is an onPress event. And what we want to do is in the local database section, delete local storage data. So we select this collection of images, and again, we indicate our ID, which is example ID. We click on this collection, and now this identifier is important to indicate as well. So we can find it in the item ID. Now, when we delete this specific root, we are gonna be deleting this URL. When we delete this image, we can just show a toast notification. We can say that the duration is going to be short and at the center of the screen. And in the callback of this generate swiper content, we can just put a set page value that you can find in this local database, set page value. And the set page value, you can define it in here. Just write whatever you want in this field. In my case, I put images. So what this set page value do is just save all the images that we have in our local storage. So this is important because when we save the data, we need to put it on the cloud, just like this. In the cloud database, we select save data in database. So we need a collection. I already have one that is called images. And I'm gonna save this page data images. And if the data is saved, you can do whatever you want. In my case, I'm gonna just indicate an alert. And now I can hide this swiper again. Now I will show you how it works. You need to click on upload your images. I'm gonna select just 2 random images that I have on my gallery. And we have to wait a few seconds to be uploading. Now we can see these both images, and now I'm gonna upload more images. I'm gonna select this burger and this other burger. We wait a few seconds. And there we go. We have 4 images on our swiper. You can also delete one, and the image is now deleted, and now we have 3 images, and then save it. The images are saved. So it's basically everything. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments of this post. Thank you.